Welcome to another episode of Roll Up a Pour Up. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured. Alright? So, for this one, we're going to talk about the Bloods and the Crips off the Eastside of Detroit and the Red Zone, the Beehive, 7 Mile and Hayes, that area. That's what we talking about today. Now, before I go into this, right, I didn't went live about this situation, and I didn't made shorts about this situation. You know what I'm saying? Also, what I'm gonna say, basically my lives piggyback off of my videos. Meaning that if I make a video about something, I turn around and go live about it. You know how they say it's two sides to the story? Well, I give you the video side of it and I give you the live side of it. So that way you know I ain't lying. I corroborate my stories on both ends. The video is like the short version of it, you know, to give it to you, get it out the way. The live is the more explained, you know, give it to you raw. You know it ain't no joke, all right? So now I'm dropping the video of it. So basically, in the shorts, I was showing y'all on Navar and Crusade to Navar and Rex, right? All of that is the Bloods territory. But on that very next block, on that same street, Navar, from Rex to Redmond, that next block was the Crips. So it was only one block of Crips in this whole neighborhood. And guess what? I was affiliated with them. You know what I'm saying? So basically, you know, I'm a GD and I'm from the west side. But I told y'all about my man's Wine from the east side. Now he a Crip, you know what I'm saying? And he rolled with the Crips. And it was one block of them. And the rest of the whole hood was straight Bloods. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, the Crips, they stood 10 toes. You know what I'm saying? They was rocking. They wasn't playing. It might have been like 15, maybe 20 Crips on that one block. And then the rest of the whole hood is all Bloods. Like, niggas' mamas was Bloods, sisters, everybody. Everybody in the hood was Bloods. Now, y'all ever heard of the Red Zone? Which is on the east side of Detroit. Well, this is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the Red Zone. But the area that we was in, it was the end of the Red Zone. The Red Zone start from I-75 all the way down to Kelly Road. That's the Red Zone, 7 Mile to 8 Mile. So 7 Mile to 8 Mile going north and south. And then I-75 to Kelly going east and west. I don't want to over-exaggerate it or anything. You know what? Give a moment of silence. You know, that's the ambulance going to save somebody. You never know who it is, you know. All right. So it might be like a 10-mile stretch, you know what I'm saying, for the whole Red Zone. That's the Red Zone. They call it the Red Zone because the police labeled it the Red Zone. They call it the Red Zone because it was a real, like, targeted area where a lot of murders and, you know, robberies and things like that was going on in that area, you know, from 75 to Kelly, 7 Mile to 8 Mile. It was a lot of crimes going on in that area. So the police labeled it the Red Zone. Of course, them was Bloods in that neighborhood, so basically they adopted that name, the Red Zone. You know what I'm saying? But it's a police term. The police call that area the red zone because it's a lot of crime rate over there. So not only is that a blood neighborhood, the police labeled them the red zone. So that's how you got these rappers that talk about the red zone. That's where it come from. All right. So we was in the red zone before the police even labeled it the red zone. Like, we been over there. You know what I'm saying? Now around that time, that's when the police first started labeling it the red zone. That was back like 07, 08 days. You know what I'm saying? When I was through there, they was first just started labeling it the red zone. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it's a blood neighborhood. You know, we the only Crips in that whole neighborhood. In the area we was in, from 7 Mile and Hayes to 7 Mile and Kelly, which is the dead end of the red zone. They call that area the Beehive. That's where we was at. We was in a Beehive. So you know what that mean. That's the heart of they hood. That's where most of them niggas be at. You know what I'm saying? And we literally was like trapped in that neighborhood by all of them blood niggas. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, I'm not a Crip. I'm a GD, but we 8-ball. GDs and Crips, we 8-ball. You put the C and you put the pitchfork together, you put them together, it's an 8-ball. You know what I'm saying? So I've been 8-balling since I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? It was just by nature with me and, you know, how I was coming. So I always been, you know, alliance with the Crips. No matter where I was at, in prison, on the streets, different hoods, I was always in alliance with the Crips. You know what I'm saying? Just so happened, my man's Wine I met, and I told you how I met him by working with my uncle. He was a Crip. So when I started hanging out with him, I got into the middle of his hood beef with the red zone, the blood niggas on his side of town. You know what I'm saying? So that's how all that happened, right? Okay. I'm still coming through there every day. You know what I'm saying? I'm riding past the Bloods blocks and shit because Navar like set kind of like right in between 7 and 8 Mile. So basically the block that we was on, it was like smack dab in the middle of the hood type shit. You know what I'm saying? So I had to ride through a couple of blood blocks. Bloods everywhere, got the bandanas on, all of that shit. Like, they rep that shit hard. You know what I'm saying? I slide to the Crips block. I jump out, I'm on the block with the Crips. The only little block, literally from corner to corner. We got one block. You know what I'm saying? Corner to corner, one block. And again, it's semi-short. So if you want a better idea of what I'm speaking on, because I know it might sound kind of far-fetched over a video, just go check out the shorts. The blocks, Navar, Redmond, Navar Rakes, Navar Crusade, and Liberal and Crusade. So you can see it in the video exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, in the short, you can see exactly what I'm talking about. We had one little ass block versus that whole hood. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, we got into it with them niggas a couple of times. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we butting heads. You know what I'm saying? We the only block in they hood with blue flags and shit. The rest of them are red flags. You know what I'm saying? So we got into it with them a couple of times. You know, I'm gonna tell y'all about one time we got into it with them. And again, I explained this in the short as well. So check out the short on Navar and Crusade. But at the time, I had the blue and white Crown Vic. You know what I'm saying? On some 22s. I posted it. It's in my post. Y'all can go look at the post. You know, I used to ride that car through their hood every day on the rims and everything, blue and white rims, all of that. You know what I'm saying? And mind you, I'm not a Crip, but that's who I'm rolling with. So I'm labeled as one of them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm coming through in a blue and white Crown Vic. You feel me? So one day, I came through that bitch, right? I pulled up on a block, Navar and Crusade. That's where most of them used to hang out at, on that corner, right? So I come riding up the block. I cut my music all the way off while I'm riding past them, right? It's about 30 of them niggas out there, right? They all just standing there and shit looking at me while I'm looking at them while I'm riding past to get to the next block where the Crips at. You know what I'm saying? The Bloods right on the same street, but on different blocks. You know what I'm saying? Corner to corner. It went from Bloods to Crips, just like that. You know what I'm saying? So while I'm coming through the Blood territory, all them niggas out there posted up red flags, tied around their leg, their arm, their head, all that. These niggas was like some Grand Theft Auto looking niggas, like for real. They was on all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm riding past, windows rolled down, music off. Everybody quiet. I'm riding by, right? Soon as I slide past them, fuck them whole ass Crip niggas, woo woo, down move, blah, 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 talking all this shit, right? I'm like, oh, ain't that a bitch? So I rolled to the next block, pulled up on the Crips, right? I told them what happened. They like, straight up? I'm like, yeah. They jumped in the car. So we 4 deep in my Crown Vic, you know what I'm saying? Blue and white 22s. We busted U-turn right in the middle of the block. When we did that, the Bloods, they was down on the next block, on the same street, the next block. So they seen us bust that U-turn in the middle of the street. When we did that, all them niggas scattered, ran in their houses. No cap. We came down the block. I parked my car right on their street, right across the street from their houses, because they had about like 3 or 4 houses on that corner where it was just all straight Bloods lived in them houses. So we pulled up right on their corner. Boom, parked my car right on their corner. We hopped out that bitch. We walked up to the houses and everything, talking shit like, y'all niggas bring y'all ass outside. Stop playing. Come outside. Niggas ain't want no smoke. Niggas ain't say nothing. All niggas stayed in the house. Swear to God, I'm not exaggerating nothing. Niggas stayed in the house. So they had stayed in the house. All right, cool. We jumped back in the car, busted U-turn again in the middle of the street, went right back to our block, the very next block over. Niggas ain't did shit. And these niggas know, you know what I'm saying? Niggas ain't want no smoke with us. That's 100, you feel me? Another time, we was on Liberal and Crusade. And again, this is in my shorts, you know, so if you want to get a visual of what I'm talking about, it's in the shorts. I explain the same shit in the shorts, but this is the longer version of it, you know what I'm saying? So we on that block. Liberal is the very next block over from Navar. So you got Navar, then you got Liberal, right? We also hung out on Liberal too. You know what I'm saying? Because Liberal was kind of like a neutral block. It was some Bloods on that block, but it was neutral. It was some Crips on that block, some Bloods. It was mainly Bloods, but it was like a neutral block. You know what I'm saying? So we used to hang out on that block too. We hung out on our one block on Navar between Rex and Redmond. That was our block. That was one block. And then the very next block over, with the very next street over, which was Liberal. And we had a couple of spots on Liberal too, but like I said, Liberal was like more like a neutral block. So it was basically okay for the Crips to be on Liberal as well. You know what I'm saying? But all them other blocks, Crips wasn't on none of their other blocks. It was just on that one block on Navar, and then you could be on Liberal too. Liberal is neutral, you know. Other than that, straight Bloods. So anyway, we on Liberal and Crusade. We right there on that corner, right? Mind you, the very next block over is straight Bloods, all fucking Bloods. You know what I'm saying? So we posted up on that block on Liberal and Crusade. It's like 4 or 5 of us. You know what I'm saying? Niggas got their blue flags on, all of that shit, right? Well, apparently, some of the people that stayed across the street, they was Bloods. You know what I'm saying? So they told some of the little niggas from around the corner that we was, you know, on the block posted up, right? So them niggas come walking up the street. 2 of them, 2 Blood niggas came walking up the street, right? So they walked up on us. Niggas got to talking shit like, nigga, this Vice City Blood, blah, 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 woo, woo. You know, he was wolfing like a motherfucker. My nigga Wine took off on one of them niggas. Bow. Got to beating his ass. I mean, fuck that nigga up. Dog didn't get a swing off or nothing. He just got his ass beat bad, right? So while he getting beat, his man tried to jump in, grabbed his ass, bop, 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 got to knotting him up. You know what I'm saying? By this time, he hollering, bro, I was just trying to break it up, woo, woo. Nah, I ain't trying to hear that. Bop, 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 bop. Got him on the ground. I got him choked out. While my man's Wine over there beating on the other nigga, I got the other nigga choked out on the ground. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else just standing around and shit. It was some girls out there with us too that night. You know what I'm saying? They was some girls that like the Crips and shit. You know, like I said, is the hood rats in the hood. They like that shit. They like all that rah-rah colors and gangbang. They like that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. But it was some out there, you know what I'm saying? They seen what me and Wine did. You know what I'm saying? So, after all of that, you know, I got off a dog. I snatched Wine off of my mans. I'm like, you got it. You know what I'm saying? We fucked them niggas up. It's good. So, they got up. They walked away and shit. Holding their jaw, talking about they'd be back and all of that. Man, we posted up out there half the night. You know what I'm saying? Waiting on them niggas to come back through. Niggas ain't never came back through with nothing. You know what I'm saying? Them Blood niggas, they didn't like us, but they had respect for us. You know what I'm saying? Because we stood 10 toes every time. You feel me? And I was right there, you know, straight up. And them bitches that was with us that night, man, they gave us the ass that same night because of what we did to them Blood niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, these bros, they like that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't think that hood niggas is by themselves. You know what I'm saying? And they don't just get the hood rats. They get high class women too. It's high class bitches that like that shit too. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of niggas' wives that like hood niggas. Believe it or not. A lot of these wives is in the hood right now getting pounded on by a Pookie or a Ray Ray right now. You know what I'm saying? So, them hoes let us find out that night. That was it. You know what I'm saying? Just hood shit. But all in all, man, them niggas didn't want no problems with us. And it was just one block. We only had one block. They had a whole hood. You know what I'm saying? And they ain't want no smoke with us. You know. And I ain't glorifying this or nothing, but this is just a time that happened in my life. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just presenting to y'all like this shit really fucking happened. You know what I'm saying? It was a crazy time frame, but you know, it was what it was, you know. I thank God that I had that time to be able to tell y'all, you know what I'm saying? Because it was definitely a crazy time, man. But there you have it. It's been another episode of Roll Up a Power. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured.